Hi, I'm Charlie, welcome back to Cine Channel, and today I'm going to be talking about The Penguin. Now, this is a show that came out in September of 2024, and it follows Oswald Cobblepot after the events of the 2022 film The Batman. In this show, he is trying to climb up the gangster ladder to become the crime boss of Gotham. This show follows his journey and has a lot of other people's journeys in it as well, and this is a great show that I was not expecting to love as much as I did. I'm sorry I'm not in my normal set. I'm away from home right now, but I'll be back shortly, so let's just get into it. So like I said, The Penguin takes place after Batman, and in that, the ending of Batman, the Riddler sets off multiple bombs just destroying Gotham, or parts of Gotham. The former kind of crime boss was killed, Carmine Falcone, and so now there's gang wars and Oz wants to rise to the top. Because in the Batman, you see he has a club, he's doing some stuff, but people still think of him as a joke. So now he has the opportunity to rise up while Gotham is broken. So just Oz's journey, there's not really that much character development per se, just he does what he wants to do and he tries to rise up to the top. He does it for himself and his mom. We get flashbacks throughout the show to when he was little, promising his mom that he'll get us out of the situation they're in. And he'll give his mom a nice city view up in a penthouse, and he promises all this stuff, and he'll do anything that he can to get his dream and to get this life, whether it's really for his mom or himself. But that is very clear that this guy needs to see himself win and be at the top. And he's also not all mentally there. He's a bit crazy, and you can see that as the show goes on. Another character, Vic. So in the first episode, Vic was trying to steal Oz's car because Oz has a really nice car. Him and a gang try to steal this car when Oz comes out and starts shooting at everybody, and everybody but Vic escapes. And so Oz takes in Vic, and Vic becomes his little middleman, and Penguin starts raising Vic to be a crime guy as well. And Vic has a journey of where he's been missing and his family is worried about him and he's worried about them, but at the same time he sees that the power this life can give him, and if he just sticks with Oz, the money that they've been making and the drugs they've been selling, that it can pay off and be worth it for Vic. And he actually grows to really like Oz and want to help him and want to be a part of it, and considered him family by the end. And Vic is just a great character. He's a nice guy, but also he can get shit done. He has a stutter, so they make you feel bad for him in this world of Gotham where everybody really doesn't take time to hear him out. And then you get to the end where Oz and Vic have accomplished it, and Vic admits to Oz that he feels like family. So then the Penguin says, yeah, you feel like family too. That's why we got too close. And then he chokes Vic out and kills him in like the last moments of the last episode, and my jaw was dropped. That's like one of the most shocked I've actually been watching a TV show or movie, because this whole series, Vic's doing stuff for Oz is teaching him the ways, and they're making money, rising up. Vic is taking care of the Penguin's mother, who I'll talk about in a second, but it was just crazy to see him kill Vic in the end. But it was to show that this is no longer Oz, it's Penguin, and they do a really good job of it, and it's pretty unsettling, because with the Penguin's mom, you find out that she still lives in a dump, she has dementia, Oz hasn't been doing really anything for her. I mean, yeah, taking care of her, but not holding up his promise. And so she starts to not like him and just be sick of him. And then you get it revealed that Oz had two brothers. One night when they were little, in a flashback, they all went out, the boys, and just played, having fun in the rain, exploring. When they go in like a sewer drainage, I don't know what Gotham kids are doing for fun, they go in a sewage drain and just start messing around when they tell Oz to come down. But Oz has a bad leg, and that's why he wobbles, and that's why people call him the Penguin, so he can't get down there easily. So he gets mad at them and slams the sewer drain on them, trapping them. Then it starts to rain, and so the Penguin drowns his brothers. And this is, by the way, when they are kids. And for the longest time, the Penguin thought he got away with it and that his mom never knew, but his mother knew all along. She even tried to get Oz killed, but that's when she realized that if she just let Oz continue to be the way he is, he could eventually make it. In a city like Gotham, where corrupt people and gangsters run it, this boy can be someone one day. So for that reason, she completely ignores the fact that he killed her babies, and they live on normal until it gets all brought up in the end in the present. And that's where it leads me to talking about Sophia Falcone. Now, Sophia is the daughter of Carmine Falcone, the crime boss who got shot at the end of The Batman, and we find out that he is actually a murderer who's killed women and then blamed it on his daughter Sophia, who he promised was going to get the family fortune, and threw her in Arkham, where Arkham molded Sophia into being just a cold-hearted criminal who just wants revenge on her family and everybody that didn't try to save her in Arkham. So now that she's finally out, she goes immediately to her family, trying to take it back, trying to impose these rules, and just being real snark with everyone. And she's a cool character, and the stuff that you see happen to her in Arkham, you can definitely understand why she just wants to, get revenge, and you kind of want to see her take revenge. And this leads to her and Oz deciding to team up because they think they can get far if they team up. But it's literally the Penguin and a girl who got out of Arkham, so there's not going to be that much working together here. And that's where Oz betrays Sophia, leading Sophia to go after Oz and his mother, exposing this whole truth and bringing back the dead brother stuff. And it's just a very emotional show I did not expect. It's a cold-hearted show I did not expect. I mean, I expected the cold mafia stuff, the violence, rising up the ranks and being a gangster, which you obviously have all here, but there's substance with this storyline of a mother and son coming to terms that they haven't been facing their shit. But anyway, by the end of the series, Sophia kidnaps Oz, she kidnaps his mom, tortures them. The Penguin and his mother escape and set up a whole thing to make it where it looks like Sophia caught them again, but all the guys that were supposed to be Sophia's are actually Oz's gangsters. And it's a whole switcheroo, and then Oz takes Sophia out back to go kill her after she's been ambushed, when you see that she's ready to die. And then he doesn't shoot her, but all these lights and sirens come on, and it was a big setup for her to just get thrown in jail again. But now with her out of the way, the Penguin has done what he finally said he would. He's rise to the top. He helped people rebuild after the bombings. He sold drugs, weapons, killed gang members, put gang members in jail, and now all of it's just for him to take, which he does. He gets the penthouse for his mom, but she is now unfortunately a vegetable, and she never got to tell him that he was proud of her, which he is not okay with. So the end of the series has him dress up his girlfriend as his mom so she can dance with him and tell him how proud she is of him. And that shot, knowing that his mom's a vegetable now, he just killed Vic, and he is dancing with his girlfriend that he made look like his mother at the top of this penthouse as the Penguin now. And I was just like, oh my god, this show. The perfect amount of unsettling tones and satisfaction of seeing Oz actually win. You realize that this isn't just about a gangster, it's about the Penguin, so there has to be that weird stuff in there. And I think it all worked. The brother plotline, the Sophia Falcone plotline, everything following after the Batman, and now that we're getting Batman Part 2 in October of 2027, and we have a fully set up Penguin now, I cannot wait to see these two go at it. We got a hint to the Penguin's comic accurate costume with a top hat in one scene, and where he wears a suit with some purple, so I'm sure we're gonna get more and more as we see him in the later Batman projects. But it was just cool to see his comic accurate appearance for a little minute. But yeah, like I said, this show was great. It had substance. It was also just an awesome gangster tale of a popular villain. It was a nice transformative story. Someone starts at this point and ends off here at the top. All the sacrifices that come with that. I thought the show was dark when it needed to be. There's a lot of killing going on. Arkham's in this show, so everything insane involving Arkham is here. My only negative, I would say, is that every episode is an hour long, and the last episode is an hour and 16 minutes. I honestly do not think TV shows need to be an hour long. A good 30-40 minute thing is fine. 25 minutes for animation. It's hard to binge watch something like this to review it because of the length of the episodes. But if that is really the only complaint I can think of right now, then wow. The Penguin TV series gets an 8. The Penguin's rise is full of satisfaction and heartbreak, unsettling moments that just make you think, who the hell is this guy? But really awesome setup for the next Batman, assuming we will see these two clash. Thank you for watching this review. Like I said, I'll be back in my normal set soon. What did you think of the Penguin if you've seen it? Like I said, I was really surprised by this. So I'll see you in the next one. Like and subscribe, follow the TikTok, follow the Instagram. Have a Cine day.